Back with another segment from my Wardrobe Essentials series. Today I am talking about elevated basic tops that can easily elevate your everyday outfits. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it is your girl Jordan of Little Miss JB Style, your pear-shaped shorty style guru, showing you that you can have bold, expressive style that is still timeless and chic. And one of the easiest ways that you can elevate your wardrobe, especially as we are transitioning from summer into fall, is with elevated basics. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite elevated basic tops, not only the styles to look for, but where to shop, and then of course giving you tons of outfit inspiration, babes, because I know it's not just enough to show you what the pieces look like, but I do want to make sure that I'm giving you the full look to slay and feel amazing. As always, if there's a piece you are loving, gotta have it. Totally understand, because as you see, it is in my wardrobe. Links are in the description, babe, along with frequently asked questions, including what my measurements are, sizes of the pieces. All of that stuff is in the description. So you might be wondering, okay, Jordan, what is the difference between a basic and an elevated basic? So let me start there. When I say the term basic, I want you to think of a simple top like this. What a basic piece essentially is just something that has no fuss, no frills. There's nothing really extra to it. Think jersey material, think regular tank tops, regular t-shirts. Those are all just basic pieces. These are pieces, besides not having any fuss, can be worn tons of different ways. They're not only versatile, they tend to work with a bunch of different pieces, so that is what makes them a wardrobe basic, a simple piece. To me, the biggest difference between a basic and an elevated basic is that elevated basics are equally as versatile, equally as functional, equally as wearable as a basic, but they do not look basic because they just have a little bit of je ne sais quoi, a touch of something different, a hint of spice that makes it stand out a little bit more than a regular basic would. So the first style of elevated basic that I feel like you should definitely be considering, regardless of your style, regardless of your wardrobe, is an elevated bodysuit. Here are two examples, both of which, if you've watched any of my videos, you've absolutely seen. You've definitely seen this cutout one from Zara, and this very beautiful low cut cup detail with the mesh back is actually from Urban Outfitters. Now, I feel like I really don't have to say what makes these elevated compared to a regular bodysuit, right? Again, nothing wrong with having wardrobe basics. But if you're looking for an easy way to elevate your style, this is the way to go. Swapping out your regular bodysuit for something like this is going to give you that little bit of statement. Now, what exactly should you be looking for when it comes to an elevated bodysuit? That's all going to depend on preference. Now, if you are somebody who is a little bit more conservative, you do not like to show a lot of skin, the cutouts may not be for you, mesh may not be for you, but what I do want you to consider is all about texture. I'm going to bring this in really close. Look at how the fabric is on this bodysuit compared to just a regular plain bodysuit, right? Texture, I talk about this literally all the time, is one of my favorite ways to just add interest to an otherwise boring outfits. Consider not only texture, but also look for fun detailing. You might find some that have cute cup detailings. You might have some that have ruching like this. Those are small details if you're on the conservative side that will still have a really big impact. If you find a bodysuit with ruching down the front, if you find a bodysuit that does have some interesting texture, if you are not afraid to show a little bit of skin, I would say to start out with something, say, that's more mesh style, not all the way around, but maybe just in the back, maybe in the sides. That's going to be so fun, a little bit different, a little bit edgy, and it's totally easy and breathable. And the reason I love this specific style too is that low cut style with the bustier. You know that your girl does not have the biggest yitties, but when I say I look for bodysuits that do have either some padding or some kind of like detailing for the girls, it just helps them to sit pretty, which is actually why this one sits really well, as you are seeing over here. It just snatches in a way that looks absolutely amazing. Now, a couple of other things to keep in mind when it comes to bodysuits. Obviously, you want to make sure you're getting the right size. For me, I tend to go with a size small. I want to make sure it's nice and fitted. Again, especially if we're not having bigger yitties, I do find that it makes a girl sit real plumpy dump, look real good. The other thing that you want to keep in mind when you are buying bodysuits is to really try and pay attention to the quality and the material, which brings me into where do you shop for elevated basic bodysuits. I will say that Zara is actually a really great place to start. There is a large range of not only different styles, they have some with some color, and the price point is really, really favorable. If you are not trying to spend a whole lot of money, that's definitely a great place to start. Besides Zara, I would consider ASOS also. You know I love ASOS. They always will have a bunch of different brands all in one place. And what I like about ASOS is you can also find some higher end brands. And the other tea is with some of their higher end brands, you can use your student discount and get them for like 20% off and get some of the more luxury looks for less. So if you are trying to dabble maybe in more mid-range brands, definitely give ASOS a try. And then of course, Shopbop or Revolve or Farfetch if you're looking for more designer and level. And Intermix is also a really great place to look if you are willing to spend a little bit more money on designer elevated bodysuits. The next style I feel like is elevated tank tops. Here are 2 examples. I have this one, which is from Amazon. It has this really amazing side ruching. If you watch my neutral outfit inspiration, then you definitely saw this top. It is so flattering, and I do love this if you are more on the conservative side. Again, you are not comfortable with the cutouts. The ruching is your friend. Ruching in the front, ruching on the side, baby. Baby, baby. If you are just any kinds of self-conscious and you are really trying to look snatched, ruching is your friend. This one you definitely have seen before if you started at the beginning with my wardrobe essentials video. This one is from Zara. I love the cutouts, the tie detailing. This is definitely more fun and more, I would say, everyday casual glam. Whereas this, I really, again, love this style of top. They have so many different colors. Like I said, so many different brands have this piece or a version of this piece. And I love this because you really can dress it up for a date night. This is going to be so versatile for your 9 to 5, a date night, the weekend. This is going to go a very long way if you are on the conservative side. Whereas again, if you are more comfortable showing some skin, you're able to show more skin. This honestly is a really great option as well. And the reason I'm showing you these as well is if you are not a bodysuit girly, honestly, a good elevated tank top is your next best bet. These are going to be sleek. These are easily, as you are seeing, going to elevate just a very basic outfit. Throw it on with some jeans, throw on some heels, and you're going to look cute. You are going to turn heads. You are going to be given like with very minimal effort, because I cannot stress this enough. A good elevated basic should feel as comfortable and as versatile to you as a regular basic. Like, that is the point. These should have just enough that they do feel a little bit different. They do have edge, but not so overwhelming and not so loud and not so extra to you that you feel like it's making more of a statement than something you could reach for day after day after day. So please be keeping that in mind as I'm showing you some of these styles and as you're looking for them for yourself. So where can you buy pieces like this? Honestly, Amazon, so far, I am very, very impressed compared to some of the other styles I've seen. I know H&M has a version of this and I really wasn't impressed with their price point and the material. Abercrombie is actually where I first saw this style of shirt, and when I say that their quality is really nice, it's that silkier material, it's double lined. That's a really, really great option if you're wanting one that looks a little bit more looks and a little less casual, because as you can see, this is definitely more jersey material, which is what makes it more everyday. But the kind of double silky shiny material, that will definitely feel a little bit more elevated, especially for a 9 to 5 and things like that. Fun cutout style tank tops. I feel like these you can find just about anywhere, and I tell people to be truly open-minded. I still shop at Forever 21 because I will find fun pieces like this that do not break the bank and last year after year after year. My biggest, and truthfully, if you take care of your pieces, even from fast fashion, I have found that my fast fashion clothes have lasted. I find that I make sure that they are washed, I make sure that they are well maintained, that these do not lose their shape. These are not looking dingy and gross after a year. This is going on 3 years old, and you see like there's just starting to be a little bit a yellowing in the armpit area, but nothing that I cannot save. I don't feel like these you need to go crazy high end. I don't feel like you need to go to a designer brand to find pieces like this. Besides like a Forever 21, a Zara, you could easily find something like this. An H&M, you can find something like this. And what I love is you really are not going to be breaking the bank when you buy these kinds of styles. But when I say you are going to look like shmoney, you are going to look like that girl, you are going to look like, baby, no, if you don't have 100K, we can't even talk. I'm just saying. If you are finding this video even the least bit helpful, do me the quickest of favors. Go ahead and give that like button a quick boop-a-loop. That is going to help this video reach even more people looking for the right elevated basic tops to step up their style. On another note, this pistachio rose latte is hitting today. Are you a coffee drinker, and what is your go-to coffee order? Let me know in the comments below. The next elevated basic that I want you to consider for your wardrobe that is truly perfect and will go a long way is elevated t-shirts. So there are tons of different styles of elevated t-shirts. So I'm going to be focusing on 2 different styles, starting with more crop style t-shirts that have some kind of really cool detailing. Whether it is this corset top from RTA that I know you have seen, I know you love. She is worth every penny. I cannot stress this enough. If you are on the fence, worth it. And this Hours front cross front t-shirt, here is what that looks like styled up. I love these because these are going to just replace like your everyday t-shirt, and they are just as comfortable but still make a statement. Now I totally recognize that these 2 styles are not like 9 to 5 appropriate, right? These are definitely more for the weekends. This is for maybe you have a special event, you're trying to, you know, turn a little heads, but again, you want to feel comfortable, but you still want that edge, you still want that chicness. That's where these tops come in, right? These are generally going to be crop style. You can find some that are a little bit more conservative, but I will say for the most part, if it's not a crop style with some detailing, your other option is to go with some kind of crochet or texture. This option is perfect for my more conservative shorties because you can layer other pieces under here. You can put a sports bra under this top. You could put a whole other tank top or t-shirt under this as well to have full coverage. There's no reason that just because something is see-through, it is off limits because you work somewhere conservative. There's definitely ways that you can layer and make these appropriate, and they're gonna add a lot more fun. As you're seeing, like I said, texture, baby. Like, I love me some texture. And both of these tops are from Zara, under 40 bucks. Like you are seeing, they're just super easy to style. There are tons of different ways that you can dress these up, dress these down, whether it's casual, you can pair them to dress them up for work, for your 9 to 5. And again, not even have to be a crop style. If you are an oversized tee girly, there are tons of oversized like crochet tops. So these for me are such an easy way, like I said, to just throw on and go, especially as we are transitioning. You might be waking up and it's cooler in the morning, but then it's really warm by the afternoon. These crochet tops have literally been a game changer for me. They have literally upped my style game so much, and again with just very minimal effort, because I wear this like I would a regular black crop top, and I would style this like I would just a regular white tee. And you are probably going to be tired of me saying this, but that is what I love about a good elevated basic. The whole point is it should feel easy to style and restyle. So where are you finding elevated tees? Honestly, Revolve is one of my favorite places to shop. I do not know why, but something about Revolve, they have all kinds of price points, all kinds of styles. They are one of my favorite places to find more of the elevated style tees. If you're looking to spend no more than $50 like at the most, for sure consider Zara. Obviously there are plenty of great options there. H&M is another one. They have a lot of really good elevated basics coming out now, and I am seeing some really fun elevated basic tees that have front ruching, that have a lot of different details, that are going to be easily wearable and elevate your style with very, very minimal effort. So another style I'm going to share with you is maybe not for everybody. I totally understand you might be more on the conservative side. You might be a little insecure about your body, but let me tell you, you absolutely do need some elevated basic bralettes in your wardrobe. When it comes to elevated basic bralettes, honestly, it's all about texture for me. I feel like this, I'm not looking for a lot of cutouts. As you can see, a lot of my elevated bralettes that I wear, that I style, all have like fun ribbing detail. And then the other thing that you can play around with is how cropped that they are. I find that I like the super crop style. Those give a really, really fun and edgy, and you can layer those in so many different ways, under t-shirts, under blazers, things like that. So I do feel like if you are somebody who is loving your body and not afraid to show off your body, definitely consider elevated basic bralettes, because again, you can easily just throw them on and go. It's something that you can wear with a pair of jeans, something that you could wear with some wide leg pants and some sandals and look really chic. You could also go ahead, like I said, and layer this underneath the button up in the summer, underneath the blazer as we enter into fall. There are so many different styles out there. I personally love to shop for these. Urban Outfitters actually has a lot of really great, affordable, but like chic bralettes. It's not a place that I would normally consider, to be honest with you. I actually like Urban Outfitters strictly for their home decor, but their bralette situation, it is crazy. The other place I like to look for good bralettes, ASOS. ASOS is my boo. You should already know at this point. Like, ASOS definitely has so many different brands, again, at different price points. And I find that they're really, really good quality. I find that a lot of these, the seams aren't tearing, they're not pilling or anything like that, even after being a couple of years old. So for my bralette babes, no matter how busty or unbusty you may be, definitely make sure that you have a couple of these in your wardrobe. Before I get into the rest of the elevated basic tops, I'm really curious, are you just a basics girly? Are you a statement pieces girly? Have you ever dabbled in elevated basics? Let me know the situation below. Like, are elevated basics new to you? Are you like, wow, this is blowing my mind? Or is it like, okay, yeah, I've heard of elevated basics, but never really knew how to shop them? Or you just feel like, hey, it's either basics or statement pieces. I really don't need it in between. Let me know in the comments below. Another very easily wearable elevated basic is asymmetric tops. So there are two different styles that I want to show you. First is the asymmetric shoulder top, right? This is just like the one arm top that you see. You can get these in a bunch of different colors. You can get these to be more casual, like a jersey style. You can get some rib detailing. There are plenty of athletic styles. What I love about this asymmetric style top is it's very easy, very wearable. It's something that you can easily dress up or dress down. Personally, I love the more silky style. This one is from Dynamite Clothing, that you can dress up for work. I could easily throw on a blazer with this. You still get something different, but then the blazer does make it appropriate for your 9 to 5 or for a night out. This is just something, like I said, very easy, show a little bit more skin, but very wearable, and it's something different than just like a cami style top or just like a silky button up, right? The other asymmetric style I'm talking about is an asymmetric bottom style, right? So I have started to become obsessed with these late last year. I got this very easy one from Forever 21, under $20. I also have it in another color. I feel like this is a really fun way to add something interesting. This is a great way if you want to step up your more casual outfits. Say you have like a pair of leggings and you want to have like a fun layer. The asymmetric top will show off your figure while still giving you a little bit more coverage. You could wear this with a pair of jeans, as you were seeing with my Abercrombie jeans. You can throw this on with so many different things. And again, it just adds something a little bit different. So keep that in mind, like asymmetric isn't just about like the top being asymmetric, the bottom can be asymmetric. And it's just such an easy way to elevate your outfits, whether you are trying to be more casual or you are dressing this up. Now, where we are shopping for asymmetric tops, obviously besides Dynamite Clothing and Forever 21. For more elevated styles, Shop Bob has had some really good ones like this one. It is so flattering. I feel like that cutout is gonna make that so easily wearable. Another great place besides ASOS, because you already know your girl just loves her some ASOS. I do. Like, it just is what it is. Besides ASOS, the other great place to look for asymmetric tops is actually a place like Nordstrom's or even Macy's. I do feel like they are stepping it up in terms of the offerings that they are having as well. And they have more mid-range to high-range brands. And I feel like for this specific style, right, for an asymmetric style, I feel like it would be worth investing a little bit more money to have some more quality essentials that you'll be able to wear year after year. Because these for sure are something that you are going to want to reach for year after year. You are going to be able to style up and style down for a lot of different occasions, maybe more so compared to some of the other styles that I've showed you, although personally I feel like all the styles I've showed you so far are super wearable for every day and your 9 to 5, and again, very timeless. I do really prioritize not just fun and cute. I do like to look fun, obviously. I do like to look cute, of course, right? But I also am not in the habit of wasting my money. I do talk about this a lot. I am not buying pieces that are just one and done, that I'm only gonna wear once. If I'm spending money on these pieces, these are pieces that I do see myself wearing year after year after year. So make sure that you are also keeping that in mind. Again, the great thing about elevated basics, you don't have to do neutrals. If you are somebody that likes to do color, you can do both. But if you are somebody who is still trying to inch their way into the cool girl style, or you just truly feel like color is not for you, but you are wanting something that's a little bit more standoutish than a lot of the more basic pieces you are seeing, a lot of the more basic outfits you are seeing, elevated basics, the asymmetric tops especially, are going to be one of those pieces that I feel like you could reach for, and it's going to step up your style with very minimal effort. If you watch my wardrobe essentials, you know that button-ups will always hold a place in my heart, even though I no longer have a 9 to 5. And one of my favorite ways to step up my more casual outfits, that if you watch my Instagram stories, you definitely see me wear a lot, is sheer button-ups. I love me a good sheer button-up because I feel like it's that really fun mix of like feminine and masculine, right? Like button-ups are still giving kind of a little more workwear, a little more stuffy, but something about a breezy see-through option, it just gives not only money, but just softness, right? It just gives luxury, it just gives elegance. So I have this first style, which isn't all the way sheer, and I wanted to make sure I showed you an option like that. When I say sheer, it doesn't mean that the whole piece has to be sheer. You can consider just like the top being sheer, or maybe it has some shearing on the side or some sheer sleeves. That is definitely something to consider as well if you are, again, more on the conservative side. But I do love like a completely see-through top. I feel like something like this is so fun because you can do so much with it. It is such a great layering piece as we are going from summer into fall. This is something that I definitely will be reaching for more and more. I can throw it on over a romper. I can throw it on underneath a dress. I can tie it up to be a cute crop top. I could throw it on and button it all the way up and have a dress underneath. There's just so many different ways I feel like a sheer button-up can be added as a layer of interest, which is why I wanted to include it in elevated basic tops to have. Again, and this is not a piece you need 20 different items of, right? As you're seeing with a lot of my elevated basics, I just have the one version of that elevated basic, and that's truly the power of a good elevated basic. I do not need 20. I do not need it in every color, although me personally, I might need it in every color, right? Like you may not, but y'all know I love me a good monochrome outfit, so I might need it in every color for that reason. Before you could get away with choosing just a good brown option, choosing a good white option if you like color. This one from Faye Noel has been living in my head rent free for literally a year, and I really just should pull the trigger at this point. There's just so many different ways that you can tie it up, and if you have not seen my video on how to style button-ups, that's the great thing about the sheer button-up too. You can also style it, dress it up like you would a regular button-up to get so much wear out of it, and it's so versatile, and that is, again, just one of the reasons I love a good button-up generally. But I also do feel like a sheer button-up is not something to be slept on, especially as we are talking about transitional pieces, going not only from summer into fall, but as you go from like spring into summer. This is just such a great piece that you can bring out year after year. It adds some interest without doing anything extra, and it just is giving, like I said, looks, shmoney, and elegance. Now, where to shop for sheer button-ups? I feel like there are so many good options all over the place. Like I mentioned, Nasty Gal had some options. Amazon The Drop, a lot of my favorite influencers are playing and dabbling with this year see-through. Zara is where I got this one. There's this brand on Revolve, and they do a really good job, not just of like sheer ones, but they even have like fun pattern cutouts and things like that. So I really love looking at theirs. J-Lux label is another one to consider. They have some really fun long versions of these if you are somebody who likes the drama, who wants long line, which baby, you already know how I feel, because if it's an outerwear, a button-up, or a cardigan, and it comes in a maxi version, yeah, I want that one. Or my other favorite fallback, and another elevated basic I feel like should be in your wardrobe, cropped styles, and more specifically cropped button-ups. I love me a cropped button-up. My inner child, the younger me, who always did want to be one of the like cool, cute schoolgirls who look cute in their little schoolgirl uniforms and their little skirts and little button-ups, but you know, was not the thinnest when she was growing up. Like, my inner child feels so healed and loves all and every version of like these elevated cropped button-ups. I feel like these are so fun, these are so easy, and the great thing is, truly, again, even if you are more conservative, there are styles that will work for you. You can find boxier styles that are a little bit longer, so they match up with like a high-waisted pant. If you are somebody who doesn't mind showing some skin, this style that literally is just like ultra crop that goes just below your boobs, I wear this one so much, honestly, and it goes with so many different things. You can dress up, again, very basic white pants like this, a very basic pair of jeans, and it just adds something different. But again, it's still very wearable, still very everyday. Like, you can dress it up, dress it down. As you are seeing, like I said, my obsession with crop button-ups is real. It's real, and as you were seeing, like, they go a long way. Now, it may not work for a traditional 9-to-5. I totally understand that. But if you are somebody who is a little bit more creative, who does like to have a little bit different style, these are not only fun to wear on their own, but these are also great layering pieces, because I talk about this often for my pear-shaped shorties. When you're trying to show off that body, when you're trying to really look like a pear and make it snatch, crop styles are your friend, because you want it to hit at the smallest part of your waist, as you were seeing with this lovely example, and the rest of your hips can be nice and exaggerated. And if you are not comfortable wearing a crop button-up by itself, you can use it as a layering piece to highlight and accentuate that sexy body, okay? Like, highlight that baby, show off that baby. God made no mistakes when he made you. He made that body exactly how it should be, baby. Show it off with a crop style. Just trust your girl. Now, where to shop for crop styles? I would say like 70% of the crop style button-ups that you have seen me wear are from H&M and are under $30. H&M's cropped button-ups, here's the tea though. These styles, you're only gonna find when you shop online. I'm gonna let you know, like, I have not been, I think this one is the only one I've actually ever seen in the store, tried it on, was like, I love it. But the more fun styles, I have this one, I have this black one with the curved front, both from H&M, both, again, very affordable. You gotta shop online. And I know that's not everyone's favorite thing to do, but for H&M specifically, as a longtime shopper, sign up to be a member, because they have all kinds of member discounts. Like, there's always 20% off, like almost once a month. You not only will get free shipping, but then you get free returns. So if for whatever reason you buy something, it is not working out for you, you can easily return it, print off a label, take it back, or if you have a store location, just return it in the store. That's one of the reasons I still shop at H&M the way I shop at H&M, because their shopping process is just so easy. The price point is just so great. This is not sponsored, by the way, although H&M, babes, holla at your girl if you are looking for another ambassador, because I'm a fan. I'm a fan. If you are looking to spend a little bit more money, I will again recommend Revolve. I feel like I always find some really fun crop style tops on their website as well. They just do have a great selection of brands, in my opinion, even though they are also, in my opinion, still kind of considered fast fashion, just to me, of like mid-priced fast fashion. Or I'm starting to, like I said, dabble in designer brands a little bit more, so you will start to hear me talk about those as well a little bit more often on there. Jacquemus does a really good job, I feel like, with their crop styles. You have seen this iconic style, I feel like, everywhere. It is a really great style. It is really flattering. So I feel like if you are wanting to spend a little more money on a designer version, that would definitely be the brand that I would consider as well. I know I might have thrown a lot at you, not only where to shop for pieces, the different styles, and of course the outfit ideas. So please feel free to rewind and rewatch any section that you need to. A quick recap in case: the elevated basic tops that I suggest you invest in to elevate your wardrobe with very minimal effort. Elevated bralettes, elevated bodysuits. You want some elevated tees. Think corset styles, think cross front styles, think ruching. Elevated tank tops. If you are on the conservative side, again, ruching is your friend. If you are someone who doesn't mind showing off that body, do not forget about cutouts as well. And no matter if you are on the conservative side or you don't mind showing some skin, think texture. Texture is your friend. So if you see deep ribbing crochet options, those are going to stand out really easily as well with very minimal effort. Then you have asymmetric tops, whether you want the asymmetric shoulder or you want the top itself to be asymmetric. Both styles have a lot of range and will easily step up your look. Then you have the button-ups. Go sheer if you get the chance. It is a great layering piece. Then my ultimate favorite, as you can see, a good crop style button up. And there are so many different options. You have knot front styles, you have the ultra cropped, you just have regular boxy styles. So tons of styles that are gonna work and flatter your figure. Hopefully you found this video helpful, got some insight as to the pieces that I look for, what to look for when you are shopping, brands to shop, and of course, outfit inspiration, because babe, I don't want you to just look good, I want you to feel good. And when you find pieces that not just look good, but you feel good in, from the fabric, from the fit, truly babe, when I tell you, you already know. Like, I know you have an outfit, and I'm really curious what outfit just came to mind when I said that you just be feeling unstoppable, and because it not only sits right, it feels right, and it hits right, okay? That's what I want to help you do on a more consistent basis, is feel great, find those pieces, and not only elevate your style, but elevate your life. The other part of this for me that really I have found is the more I've learned to trust myself and to own my style and find what works for me, that has helped me to make better decisions in other areas of my life, leaving my job as an engineer to be a content creator, how to best approach creating this content, reaching out to brands, securing the deals, because in case you missed it, your girl is actually a Macy's brand ambassador. I am officially working with them on my biggest brand deal to date. So your wardrobe and your style really is much more than just looking good. It really will impact all these other areas of your life, and I really want you to feel beautiful. I want you to feel amazing as someone who really did grow up struggling to feel that. And if you watch how I improved my style, I definitely go into depth about that and how I really found my style and how that helped me find myself. That's what I want for you. So make sure, if you haven't already, you not only hit that like button, but boo, go ahead and subscribe, because not only do I share style, but of course beauty, because we want to have the good looking skin, the hair, because I do think I've nailed it where I just need one product to get my hair to look like this. How crazy is that? And then of course travel as well, places to stay, and just how to interject luxury into your everyday life. So tons of reasons to follow along, and I will see you in just a couple days with another video. Bye.